Hello, my name's Gwen, and today we'll enjoy 30 minutes to pause and witness so that we can restore our bodies. And we interrupt the busyness with some quiet. We'll start our practice today in a passive back bend. So you will need a few props, a few yoga toys. If you have a bolster, grab your bolster. If you don't have a bolster, which is a rectangular cushion, or sometimes it can be round, it can be much narrower than this, so that the shoulders, when you're laying your spinal column up and down it, will drape a little bit more. They won't be supported by the bolster. And then if you have a noodle and you'd like to use your noodle today, then please do. So whatever you're using, bring it at the head, at the top. You'll need a strap today, so grab your strap. The first part, we won't have it tightened and locked in, so just have it by your side. And if you don't have one that locks, you can use a scarf and you can also tie it. And when we get to that portion, it will have to be a long scarf, so a little longer than this one. Okay, so today we're going to do something just a little bit different. Usually we put the yoga block underneath to elevate the head of the bolster. Today we are going to put the block on top so that the shoulders drape a little bit more and the heart will rise a little more. And if you need a blanket underneath the sit bones, have it close by if your lower back is sensitive. So go ahead and bring your back into the bolster. And then with the hands, you can pull the bolster to you, hold on to it, or whatever you're using, and then roll down. So if you're using the noodle with this one, having the block on top of the noodle might not be an option. You might need to bring the block underneath. So wherever you are, cushy it up. So if you're using the noodle, make sure that you have enough blanket, enough coziness underneath you for that support so that you're not putting up with. You want to be able to feel comforted. And then once you feel, I think I can breathe here for a little while, it feels cozy, I can settle in. If the inner narrative says something like, I think I can put up with this for a little while, then get up and put something else underneath you so that you feel a little better. You don't want to put up with in your yoga practice. If you need your blanket, then have your feet hip distance apart, press evenly into them, sit bones come up, and you can take the blanket right underneath. And if that feels better, please stay there. For whatever reason, we don't have to know the reason if it feels better. Maybe there was a tug somewhere up the back body that we might have been mowing the lawns, we might have been cutting and trimming and doing all kinds of work with the animals. Whatever it was, just notice. And so wherever you are now, if you want to keep the knees bent, heel toe your feet a little wider. Have the toes inward so the inner knees knock like a lean-to. And allow the legs to lean into each other. The knuckles can remain heavy. The shoulders can sink down a wee bit more. And if you'd like, you can lengthen through one leg at a time if that feels better for you. So wherever you are, have the toes have a little dance. Feel into your body and what you have on your mat in this moment. feel into the mind and notice the thoughts. Is there a busyness? Is there a heaviness? As we close the doors to the outside world, the internal environment will unfold. We come into that beautiful field of daisies maybe here. So connect to that inner grin. Allow the quiet to seep in. The breath. Notice the spirit. Do you feel eager, excited? Like you're floating, a floating quality. And then go ahead and take that next inhale in through the nose, nice and full and deep, and then out through the mouth like a natural sigh. Listen to your breath. A beautiful inhale through the nose, a natural pause filled, and as you exhale, and one more just like that. Go ahead and inhale, pause, then inhale through the nose, nice and full and deep. Exhale through the nose, call in your good friend, the Ujjayi breath. Translates as victorious. So let's cultivate that victorious feeling, this joyous feeling, that beautiful internal charge, this prana. Vital life energy starts to soar through this breath as we connect to our core line. And as we connect through our core line through this breath, the intelligence of the body will release everywhere else. Notice if breathing in and out through the nose can settle the body, or does it agitate, big or small? If so, then drop this breath, revisit it, notice if there's any subtle shifts. And as you breathe in and out through the nose, drop your attention, your awareness to the back of the throat. Can you feel that breeze? Can you hear the breath? And what does that sound like? Does it sound like an ocean sound? Let's come to an evenness through the breath. Now on your next inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going. We'll start to lengthen the exhale now. As you come up, you hold, and out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start coming back now to even breath. And out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to even breath. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And follow that exhale. Let it drift far from the body. Dive into your next natural breath here. And notice how you feel after a long held back bend. A little squeeze and release through the diaphragm, the respiratory system. Lengthening our breath, coming into that apana energy, the winds that drive us downward into the earth's core and outward, anchoring, rooting into the present moment, into the back corners, those dark corners of the lungs. We shine that light. Any stagnation, any accumulation starts to move now. So we're careful not to hold because we don't want to make noise. So any please invite them. Let it clear out. Notice the fullness, the depth of your breath, the quality. This oxygen advantage now. And one more breath just like that. Allow the whole body to pour a little further into this pose as you exhale. And then slowly drag up one heel and plant that foot and then the other. From here, we're going to roll over to our side body. So you might want to just drag the sit bones over to the opposite side and then roll over. And your lower arm is your new pillow. You're right off of your props now. Feel into your lower lumbar sacral spine and the upper spine. Sweep your attention from the base all the way up into the skull, the whole back body. And then one more breath just like that. And then you'll come right over onto your back for a body scan. For a little mini Shavasana right off the bat. So go ahead and lengthen through the legs. Unless that lower back is sore, you can definitely leave the knees bent if that's you. Heel toe them a little wider, toes in, heels out. Knock the inner knees towards each other. Knuckles are heavy. Let's go ahead and scan from the heels up through the Achilles. Feel what's heavy on the mat and what's light. What would that imprint look like in the sand here on these warm, hot days if you're in summer right now? Feel into the weight of the lower leg through the calf, the lightness through the knee, that fullness, the weight coming through the thigh and downward. Pause at the legs where they meet the torso. Feel one side and then the other. How the feet splay out. And then all the way up through the sit bones, through the back body to the shoulders, A little rock to the back of the skull. And then come into that quietness. Take a deep dive through the brow. Find the center of the brain or where you think that that may be located. Right at the back of the eyes. Feel the stream of breath coming in, the coolness. Notice what that feels like today in this moment. Can you feel that appreciation towards yourself? This warmth, this kindness? Do you have anyone in your life that you'd like to devote and offer this to? Anyone in your community, in the world? Go ahead and breathe their essence all the way in. You may not know their names. The pure intent of offering out is all you need. Each exhale from your heart to theirs. And one more breath just like that. Whole and complete. Then go ahead and bend up at one knee and drag that foot, press, and then the other. Drag the sit bones over to one side and then roll over to your side. Press into the floor and come on up. From here, grab your strap. We're going to go right into a restorative pose called starfish. So if this is your first time using the strap, and if you don't have a strap, you can do this pose without. It gives you a little bit more, you'll see, a little bit more restriction so that you can press into something. So take the end of the strap, the hardware, and then thread that closest into the center, all the way through, and then back again. Call this the tail. So pull the tail, tighten it up, and then loosen it up. Tighten, loosen. See if it can lock, and then you're good. So have the bolster, I'm going to have it on my right side. And then we're going to sit with our feet out first. The strap will go over, so have it like a circle like this, and then thread your left shoulder through. So your left shoulder is through that circle. Now the right foot will come through. And I will move the bolster over to the other side, I've realized. So it's on your left side. And then from here, you can tighten up the strap just a wee bit. That's why I like the hardware close to my shoulder. So I'll always know where it is if I'm in the pose and I want it a little tighter. So this is going to give you a lot of feedback. So it brings that somatic flavor to it. And then from here, you're going to lay yourself down and then lift the right leg up. You can cozy it into the belly and then over the outer edge of that left leg and lay it right onto the support of the bolster, the length of the bolster. And then feel here for a moment where you're at. Arms can be out like a T, eyes closed. Feel into your body just like this, with the strap close to the groin or thereabouts. You can even press the back of the thigh into the strap, shoulder up, and feel that resistance, and then relax and soften, soften, soften. Feel free to come into that resistance, a little squeeze and release 2, 3, 4 times. And notice how well the body can relax in this pose. So you can come into it, a little squeeze, 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 shoulder up, thigh down, and then soften, soften, soften. And notice how well the body can relax. Relax through the jaw. And how about one more here? Go ahead and press the shoulder up, the leg down into the strap, lengthen down, feel the opposing forces, and then, surrender. How well does your body surrender? The arms can be out like a T, or maybe one up, one down. You might even like to bring them all the way up above in a pose of surrender. Palms up, knuckles heavy, nose in the direction of the leg that's bound, or in the opposite. So way over to that left side maybe. A handful more breaths here. This is a beautiful pose that you can at home take and use all on its own from anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. Great for the digestive system. The outer hips. The whole spinal column. So let the belly soften here to truly receive this pose. Feel the breath in and out through the nose. And 2 more breaths just like that. Enjoy that next exhale. As you find the inhale, the head can come up. The arms can gently move downward. You can take the strap right off of the left shoulder and undo. Take that right leg up, but leave the strap underneath and just hug it inward towards the belly, a little flutter of the toes, a little circle. So you have the strap still behind the back of that right leg, and you're moving the toes in any direction that suits your body today. And then go ahead and bend up that left knee and let the right one come and join it. Heel toe your feet wide. Let the inner knees knock and observe now from the heels to the knees, knees to the back of the hips to the shoulders. A little rock of the back of the head. And notice the quality that you have in your body at this moment. And then when you're ready, we're going to roll over. I'm going to roll towards the bolster. And then gently come forward and come up to a comfortable seated position. Bring the bolster over to the other side. So now I'm going to have that loop in front of me. Bring my arm through my right arm so that the hardware is close to the chest area. And now loop my left leg through, so other side. And then from here, smooth it all out. I'm going to lay down. Give that knee a little squeeze into the belly, a little flutter of the toes, a little lift, and then we come right into starfish on the other side. Arms can be out like a T. Eyes can close once you have the gist of it. If you need to tighten up the strap, pull the tail of that strap. Press the shoulder upward, the leg downward, feel the resistance, and then soften, soften, soften. Eyes are closed. Notice how you feel. Let the body breathe in a restorative pose. Once you feel a little something, you're doing it right. A 3.5 out of 10 in sensation. Feel the targeted area on this side. Maybe for you it might be the lower lumbar sacral spine, or it could be way deep down in the piriformis, in the side of the tush. Wherever that is for you, feel that relaxation start to seep in. You can press into the strap through the back of the leg, that left leg, and lift the shoulder. Feel like you're pulling up on the strap and pulling down, and then relax that effort. Maybe one more for good luck. A little press, 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 squeeze, and then you release. Wherever the nose wants to hang out, maybe pointing at the toes, ceiling, or to the opposite side. Arms can be upward in that pose of surrender. As we come into that quiet now. This interruption of the busyness. Feel into your breath in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. Soften up the belly enough to truly receive this beautiful twist, this wringing out all the way up and down the spinal column. All of the chakras, our energy centers, are being wrung out, stimulated, activated. So if you want to invite the upper spine to the party, you can gently roll the nose in the opposite direction, so maybe over to the left. Let the weight of the head carry it, each exhale. Shoulders heavy. Jaw slackens. And then 2 more breaths just like that. Enjoy that exhale. Then take the right shoulder out, but leave the strap where it is. Come onto your backs, bend up the right knee, and leave the strap behind that left and gather it up all the way in towards the belly, a little point and flex, a fluttering of the toes, a little circle, and possibly the other direction. From here, we'll come into our Shavasana. So wherever you are, you can use your bolster underneath the knees or the thighs. Lengthen through the legs, arms outward or on the belly if you're cooler. You can bring the blanket onto the belly if you need a little warmth. It'll help stimulate that relaxation response if you feel a little weight on the belly, the upper legs. So wherever you are, eyes close, muscles around the eyes soften, soften, soften. Come into that deep relaxation. Even though we were in a beautiful restorative practice, grounding, beautiful clarity starts to bubble up. There isn't anything like Shavasana, final resting pose. Let yourself rest here now for as long as you can. We'll close the practice here. Feel that deep appreciation for yourself. Bring that into your heart center, all the support that's all around you. And then from here, I bow to you. Namaste. Thank you for your practice.